Good morning. Get ready to...
Alright, is Sayaka dead? I sat up, still half asleep, and rubbed my eyes. Slowly, I pulled myself out of bed. I remembered I was in Sayaka's room. I'd promised to eat breakfast with everyone. I'd better get going. I left Sayaka's room and made my way toward the dining hall. It moved me straight there. A few people had already started to gather in the dining hall by the time I got there. Hello, Makoto, and good morning. Can you believe it? I was the very first one here this morning. Good morning.
Hey, Makoto.
Morning. I suppose I'm early. I figured everyone had arrived on time could be considered model high schoolers. And the ones who showed up a little late... Sorry I'm late. My makeup just would not cooperate this morning.
Well...
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen, my morning duty took a little longer than usual.
We're the types with a more relaxed sense of time. Most high schoolers fall into this category. Sayaka is in neither of these categories, it would seem. And finally, the ones who kept everyone waiting forever.
Indeed.
I suppose I'm late. Good morning, everyone.
My bad, my bad.
Slept right through my alarm.
What's your problem?
Why is it so awful to be late? Yes. I didn't oversleep, just so you know. Nope, got lost. I blame the Bermuda Triangle. This is perfectly reasonable. I'm gonna have to remember that one, to be honest. Don't care about time or other people in general. They're the kind to move at their own pace. Sayaka is in none of those three categories, it would seem. Everyone had arrived. At least that's how it was supposed to go. Wait, aren't we still missing some people? Yeah, Sayaka and Byakuya aren't here yet. No one gives a fuck about that loser, but Sayaka, yeah. I don't know about Byakuya, but I would definitely put Sayaka in the model high schooler category. So for her to be so late... What's going on? Did something happen?
Yo.
Hey man, you seen Sayaka? Why would I have? I just came straight from my room to here.
Did she forget about our breakfast promise?
However...
I got the sense she always has her stuff together. Listening to everyone talk like that, a small dark speck of unease rose up inside me. She's dead. And that speck started to grow quickly. I need to go. I have to check on her. The words had barely left my lips before I flew into the hall. Where I headed first was my room, where I'd let Sayaka stay for a single night. Where she was supposed to be safe. But over the course of one night, the room had been completely transformed. What the hell? This is all definitely quite bad. Guessing she's in here. I'd better check the bathroom. Let's take a look inside. Yep. It took me a second to realize that I was screaming. What I saw dug its way through my brain and buried itself in through my eyes and buried itself in my brain. I just want everybody to know that I've already spotted a clue. She's written something on the wall behind her. 3-7, it looks like. I guess it could just be the blood, but it's a little weirdly spaced, just by her left arm. It's a little weirdly shaped to just be blood splatter. And then, everything went black. What a pussy. Deadly life. Finally. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a ceiling I remembered seeing before, and when I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. I hope so. Oh, we're here? You're awake, finally. Are you okay?
Now's no time for sleeping. Get your ass up.
Huh?
You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here.
It's no surprise, considering what happened. What happened? Gra. Are you okay? So it wasn't. Are you okay? I know you just saw the dead body of the girl that you blatantly have a crush on, but are you okay? So it wasn't a dream. What I saw, it was real. That's right. It really did happen. Sayaka is dead. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running. Where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself to see. We saw. You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. No, I have to see for myself. Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it gonna do just sitting around here? I mean, why aren't we all hanging out in the gym at a time like this? Our friend, Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I finally said that, it hit me. I realized she really was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be honest? Monokuma, he told us to come here. Well, hold on, don't talk like that. We all protested, but... I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But...
So...
I'm the one who convinced him to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
Correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka. No, he definitely didn't.
Wrong.
I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that.
He's here again.
Hey,
Unless someone violates school regulations, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
listen up.
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world following the Bear times 1 rule.
What the fuck are you talking about?
But...
Then who did it? Who killed her?
Come on.
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is... one of you!
Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka? Yes. Don't be stupid. That's exactly what happened.
What?
What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun.
Weirdly specific analogy.
Don't you remember what I told you when this all began? One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well...
You're lying, right?
Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
Wrong.
Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact.
What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious? Someone killed someone? It is amazing what some people are capable of. Hey, hold on. Don't just assume he's telling the truth. Well then, let's go in and investigate. That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right?
Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb, that's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave. Poo ho ho ho.
What?
Why are you laughing?
It's 'cause... Naive, you're just all so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz on out of here?
Hey,
You're super
come on
naive.
now.
Devilishly naive. Hellishly naive. No, 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 the real thing has just begun.
The real thing.
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold, remember?
Then perhaps.
You're referring to rule number 6 of the school regulations. If you are blackened, if you are the blackened that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. That is what you were talking about, is it not?
In other words,
Bingo! It's not just enough to kill someone, you have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it has been gotten away with. So a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin.
Class trial.
Yep, it'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the blackened, who committed the murder, and they and the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown.
during the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote.
Remember to stay hydrated.
If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest
Exactly
of you
as I
will receive
anticipated.
your punishment. Which of course means your school life will come to an end. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
Well,
What exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Well, to put it simply, it's execution. Execution?
what?
And by execution, you mean... Guys, there's not really a lot of room for interpretation.
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
Oh. One of those was not like the other. So to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed.
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Damn. Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line. Okay, let me just add the rule I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind.
Wait a second, hold on.
How are you talking about?
You're freaking insane, you know that? Hmm?
What the?
A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time figuring out who murdered someone? What are you saying? You're not going to participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
How are you talking?
What? Punishment? I don't know. Thought you were in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up!
Say whatever you want. I'm not going to be part of this.
Don't be so selfish.
Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me.
The evil standing before me. I'm trembling with fear.
It looks like you're trembling with something else.
But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first.
As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then... Nice, nice censoring, nice.
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you? Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyear!
Oh. It's not looking good.
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again. Holy shit. What the? I don't... This can't be real.
No way! Now I am painfully aware of the power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know. But I guess you all needed to be taught a lesson after all. Ah, what an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. They kind of look more just like iron pipes. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. And in, a pretty memorable way, I'd say. Nobody there could deny what they'd just seen. Junko, who until a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She'd died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
Hey,
Yeah.
It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself.
Okay, Teddy.
This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something?
I changed my mind.
I knew it.
No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
say what?
Kill this entire time. Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma. Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you in help of your search for the Blackened. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it...
Monokuma file!
I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with the corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance camera picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then you know who killed Sayaka.
Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, could I?
Correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well,
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while.
That's gonna... come back here, you motherfucker.
Alright.
And with that, Monokuma disappeared again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. Junko's like a super popular character, but she died in the first, 3 hours of the game. But I've seen, so much art of her. She was, one of the few characters I knew before, at least passingly before I'd started the game. Not exactly weird for the first character to die, to have a fan base, though, I guess. But there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die. We found ourselves in a situation we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her. Now's not the time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else. Huh?
In other words,
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything. Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you have only yourself to blame. What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away. Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. Fucking nerd. But they're right, we have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I know I'll never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this.
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed. In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone. What? Why the hell not? Well, Mondo, you see... Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. Fuck you!
So then...
Fine. I'll stay on guard duty there as well. That way there's no problem.
Two-player co-op base defense for the two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP.
Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you. I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. Oh, hey, can I look at the file? No? Okay. Fine. Let's go. Hold on. Before we begin, isn't there something else we need to discuss? There is.
anyway,
We're going to find out who the killer is, because if we don't, we're all going to die here. Okay, am I meant to look at her? I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but... Makoto? I think we can skip that step. I am pretty sure I can tell if she has a pulse or not right now. She really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Just wait a second. The crushing realization. She's dead? Then that means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever, it's really real. Finally, glad to see you've caught up to us. Somebody help me.
What's your problem?
You're just now accepting that. We need to hurry up and figure out who the culprit is. Yeah, can I leave now?
Just a second.
What do you want? What do you want from me? I guess we're talking to everyone. If we find out who did it, then only that person dies. The rest of us face execution. So stupid. Uh-huh. So you finally noticed. Noticed what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received. I wanted to do that, but the UI told me I couldn't. And I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. What are you talking about? Go ahead and take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died. She died in Makoto's dorm. Why are you surprised? We went to that room. She's right.
Then could it be?
Guys, that's the room we went to. How did you not notice before this point? Hold on a second, you've got it all wrong. Just for one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid.
You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth.
The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it?
So then,
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation and then construct an argument to come to the final decision. If we get this wrong... Well, do I really need to say more?
I'd rather you didn't know.
goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym. I'll be going too. He was gone before we realized. I'm on guard duty, huh? I'd better head to the seat of the crime. Ah, that's right. Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now and they're thinking of destroying that evidence, they'd better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious. I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off. But I mean, we're not detectives or anything, and we're going to investigate a murder. How do we even do something like that? Well, we go to the scene of the crime. Have to do anything in particular? We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
It was you.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next?
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure Makoto's guilty yet.
That's true. We may as well at least check, just to check. Even if we wanted to, I couldn't help investigate.
Why not?
I'm not good with blood.
All it takes is one glimpse and I black out. Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Damn! Jesus, yeah, because you're gonna be so fucking insightful, Leon. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had left. Filled with suspicion. Does everyone? Yes, they do. How did it turn out like this? They got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will. I can't let that happen. Can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. take me there. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file. The victim was Sayaka Miyazono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. Okay. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. I have to find out the truth so that we can all survive. I have to find out how she was killed. Nice! Monokuma file number 1. Let's head to the scene of the crime. Finally, we've gotten to the part of the game I wanted. It's time to solve. Yes, absolutely. You're just gonna take me there? Cool. Awesome. I'd better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. So first off, here is sword. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? It was probably used in self-defense. And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. That's true. Where is my pencil? Hold on. There it is. Where is my physical media? You come over here. You're not important, right? Yeah, you're not important. Alright. Taken out of the sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off of parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. Because, well, yes, it obviously got handled, didn't it? I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. Alright. Sword. Used in, I'm assuming, used in self-defense. Well, this is the sheath. The sword's been taken out, so it's just the sheath, but... Huh? There's some scratches on the sheath, so they must have been made... They must have been made with something sharp. How did the sheath get scratched up? Okay. Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. If you're going to attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would get in the way. So why are the scratches on the sheath? That's easy. It was put there, so what happened... I mean, I've examined one clue, but here's what I'm assuming happened. She opened the door, for whatever reason, or they were able to open the door. She backed up, the sword was here, they tried to stab her. She picked up the sword and blocked it with the sheath, and then the struggle continued. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? Yes. It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. I was right in the other room, if only I'd heard something. That would not have been possible. Don't you remember, all our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in one room right next to you, and there's no way you could know. Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Okay. This looks like it's been moved. Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decided to clean up? You're not going to add that into the evidence? I feel like it's more likely whoever killed her used it to clean up. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key, if I remember correctly. Yes, you traded keys, correct. When we switched rooms, we switched keys too, so Sayaka would have had the key in my room, here in my room the entire time. The way, if that's true, how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could she have forgotten to have locked the door? No, that seems impossible. No, she has to have let the person in. Same goes for you. Yeah. Because we already, they already kind of went out of their way at the beginning to say the keys couldn't be replicated. After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any reason. Maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it. No, that's not possible either. She was in here when we switched rooms. With how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... Well, look, I'm writing it down. Sayaka let the killer in. There doesn't seem to be much other realistic explanation. There are gouges in the bed like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? Can't imagine. Anything in the trash? Can't look at the trash. Alright. Notepad? The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. What about the tool set? Toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I'd need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo. We ain't exactly in the mood to building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either, then?
Why?
Not just me. Nobody's busted theirs out yet, far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday. None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, because, like, why the hell would we? Cool. Alright, let's go inside. I should look around here first. Look at the door. I should check that. I don't want to leave. Okay. I guess talk to her. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area. But...
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No.
Not really. I'm searching.
Searching?
God, I hate you. She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she was doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen.
"Are you a clean freak?" No, I don't think so. But what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. What do you mean?
so...
I searched your room from one corner to another, and didn't find a single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it too?
See.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer? Probably the killer.
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? No, I don't think it is. I feel like it probably has to have been the killer. Can I go in the bathroom now? A bathroom. And on the other side of this door. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Yeah, let me look at the rest of the numbers she wrote down. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her her. Sayaka. All at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, and the urge to burst into tears. That's some relatable content right there. But I can't hesitate now. Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up, I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. Look at the wall. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... It was Leon. That's Leon, but it's written upside down. It looks like it's 11037, but the ones have a connection between them, even though it's kind of faint. It's upside down because Sayaka would have had her back to the wall, presumably, so her hand would have been upside down while she was trying to write this. Yeah, it was Leon. Already solved the crime, boys. Well, I guess somebody else could have written Leon's name there, but I doubt they would have gone to the lengths of writing it upside down. Written in blood were the numbers 11037. Did Sayaka do this? Nah, that's not two ones, it's an N. That's gonna be a really fucking annoying clue, because that seems like the kind of thing they won't realize until, like, the third act of the trial. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think like that. That also explains why he would have used the lint roller. Leon has some pretty distinctive looking hair. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Sharp object had been thrust into the stomach. Where did they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. There's a set of knives in the kitchen, I saw them earlier. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. It said fractured, but you know. It's got gold on it. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. There's something sort of glittery on her wrist, too. The glitter should be on her hands, not on her wrist. Those definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is there's blood on her index. Yeah, because she wrote on the wall. There's no gold coating on her hands. That's a little suspicious. The palm of both her hands are totally spotless. So how come her left? Because she wrote on the wall, I hate you. But there's no gold paint on her hands. So she didn't use the sword? So the sword wasn't used in self-defense, I guess. The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how could her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? I mean, it's not impossible, but it seems unlikely. It's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is where her wrist got broken. This is weird. So Sayaka didn't use the gold sword for self-defense. So whoever killed her used the gold sword. But like what? They turned up without a weapon? Where did the knife come from in that case? Maybe they lost it during the struggle, so they started using the sword? The killer cornered her in the bathroom where they inflicted the deadly blow. Oh, what else can I look at? That's it. Nothing higher up. Oh, I wanted to... I pushed the wrong button. Oh, no, shower head. Okay. The water from the shower gets turned off at nighttime. Thrilling. Alright, good talk.
It would seem...
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. That's likely Sayaka's dying message. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? Right. But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? It's not numbers. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, it would mean she must have wrote them by turning her hand toward the wall. If you want to write something in that position, what do you think the result would be? The result?
Well,
Think about it. You're not going to tell? They would be upside down.
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say. Well, at least it looks like she knows that they're upside down letters. But, like, that's definitely an N. It's, like, it's a thin connection, but there's definitely a connecting N. It sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means, but honestly I have no idea. Yeah, you are a stupid bitch. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to number, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer? You're really gonna make me follow this, this clue, huh? Like that?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it got stuck?
What?
Gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. The doorknob.
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what close the door. Huh? The doorknob. What the heck? So they unscrewed the door. Wait. Why would they do that? Well, so first off, they didn't use the toolkit that was in our room, because we already looked at it. So that means it was... Well, I mean, we know it was Leon. So he went back to his room to get his own tool set, apparently. Because ours wasn't touched. But why would he take this off? He knows... Like, he should have known that this is Makoto's room. And the boys' rooms don't have locks on the bathroom door. So why would he have gone through the trouble of taking the lock off? Or from taking the doorknob off? I mean, I guess... To be fair, I guess either way, he tried it and it felt like it was locked, right? So I guess either way, you'd think, well, I have to take the doorknob off, I guess. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was obvious this was intentional. It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that? Makoto. It's because Sayaka went into the room to escape, and then when they tried to open the door, it didn't open. So they thought it was locked. That's why. It's quite straightforward.
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' rooms can lock, right? But it would have felt like it was locked. Then apparently, struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question
Just a
at me.
second.
I have one more question for you. You mentioned earlier your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, I told Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all of this.
See.
Then that clears that up. What clears what up? I'm so lost. What do you mean? What's wrong with you? As if forgetting I was ever there, she suddenly turned and left the room. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around elsewhere. Look where the murder weapon came from. I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. That's true. And on top of that, I'm sure there are other areas worth checking out, too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. Hey guys, want to talk about it?
By the way,
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have destroyed some evidence, right? Before anybody found the body. There's a trash room in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
son of a bitch.
Dirty bastard. Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me. Ah, Mondo Awada, respecter of women. So if I ever find that son of a bitch who did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. I can tell you exactly who it is right now. But what if it was a girl that did it? It wasn't. It was Leon.
Yo,
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. It's okay. It was Leon. It wasn't a girl. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too? I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I'll follow your lead. I see. Well, let's get out of here, boys. Wait. Isn't this our room? Huh? This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Saki's name on it. What? Oh no. So okay, so the nameplates have been switched on the doors. There's only two possible explanations for why they've been switched. Which is that the killer switched them. Or Sayaka switched them. Because Makoto has no reason to switch them, and we know he didn't do it, we're Makoto. But why would the killer switch the nameplates? This is already not Leon's room, so there'd be no reason for him to change it to Sayaka. Which means Sayaka did it. Sayaka was gonna frame us for murder. I've already figured out, like, the whole crime, I think. I mean, the Leon part's not hard to figure out. His name's written on the wall. But, so, what I think happened, and this would make sense as to why she didn't have any glitter on her hands. What I think happened is that Sayaka, because she has to have opened the door. She changed the nameplates. She didn't have glitter on her hands. I think Sayaka lured somebody here. Probably writing a note to them saying, come to my room or something, because that's why you'd probably switch the nameplates, right? Obviously, if you went and saw them personally, she could just lead them to the room herself. Well, I guess you'd still need to change them then, wouldn't she? So I guess it doesn't matter. Either way, she lured somebody to the room somehow. And, well, Leon, presumably, she lured to the room since he's the one that killed her. She lured him to the room. Then she attacked Leon. Leon used the gold sword in self-defense. He hit her on the wrist with it. She dropped the knife. She runs into the bathroom, and now Leon decides, well, I'm gonna kill Sayaka. Right? Doesn't that all make sense? There's too many things that are suspicious about Sayaka. I was immediately suspicious when she didn't have any gold coating on her hands, except for on her wrist. Because that means she didn't handle the sword, but the sword was fairly obviously used as self-defense. You wouldn't turn up to kill somebody without a murder weapon. Sayaka was gonna frame us for murder and just failed to kill Leon. God damn. You'll do anything for me, right? Even take the fall for murder, perhaps? This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. They were switched. So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. Why would anyone do that? I've already got it all figured out, brother. It's really early to call it. Like, I feel like I must be wrong about something, but, like, it all seems really suspicious. I mean, the Leon bit's a dead giveaway. Like, this is apparently mean logic. Leon's name is written on the wall behind Sayaka. But, like, the rest of it, right? Like, it seems like it has to... I feel like it's way too early to call something that grandiose, but, like, the killer just, like, Leon had no reason to change the nameplates, and it wasn't Makoto. That leaves Sayaka. The only reason could have been to lure somebody to her room. There can only be one thing in the trash can. Yep, the DVD. Sakia got really upset seeing whatever was in that video. What would it say? It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out. I mean, this is literally just voyeurism. There's no way that it has anything actually useful for the investigation on it, but... What's up, murderer? Something doesn't seem right. The Monokuma file said Leon Sayaka was killed in your room. I just can't thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Well, you're pointing out the nameplates as well? That's a big mistake, brother. You fucking killed her. You shouldn't be pointing anything out.
Very strange. Mr. Neji, what was Miss Miyazono doing in your room? Let me just say this. I will absolutely not allow you to dispose of any evidence in the trash room.
Do you think I'm guilty? Yes, they all think you're guilty, but why are you not gonna let me do it? What are you gonna do, huh? I will tip you over, and then what are you gonna do? It's still locked. There's a sturdy gate here, no way past that.
It's the end of the line. The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up.
How did you get this gate open?
No, you can't
No.
go any further.
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
Cleaning duty?
You can't go any further.
Who's on cleaning duty?
You can't go any further.
I thought I was having a fucking stroke there. This is stupid. It'd be faster to just go around and ask the others. I am assuming it's Hifumi, seeing as he just mentioned the trash room a second ago. Sprint, damn you. Thank you. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty.
Cleaning duty. As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash. So I formally applied for the position.
Why did you do that? Why did you volunteer to handle everybody's trash? I don't like that. I'm a bit suspicious of you.
I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't got a chance to get started.
And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in the trash room?
Of course. It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get into the trash room, and only the person on cleaning duty has access? What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can throw things out whenever we want? Because then it would be mad easy to dispose of evidence. That does seem more convenient.
So in other words,
Actually. Becomes blackened.
so that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become boring. Boring.
Hey, listen,
Anyway, more important than that.
bastard.
Hey, fatty, why'd you want the cleaning duty gig? Yeah.
Oh.
I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal?
You,
Liar. I know why you did it.
is it?
You want to dig through all the girls' trash looking for, you know, and poking around at it. That's exactly what I thought.
There's no way to think about this in a common sense kind of way.
That was a long voice bite.
What are you talking about? All my love is for 2D.
You know what I mean.
But there's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to...
I would never get tired of 2D. After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? True. If you're so worried about Hifumi's questionable morality, that's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy is on cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them from picking up trash to disposing of it.
What?
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm?
That's not how it's supposed to.
Anyway, on another topic. Hifumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor.
What, so now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma, or save a village, or even beat a boss.
No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around.
Oh, okay.
So easy. Hifumi and I headed to the trash room.
You'd like me to open the gate, would you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out.
Whatever, please just hurry up.
Okie dokie, leave it to me.
Hifumi pulled the key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then... evidence.
Surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend, you planned this all along.
No. I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence.
But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind? Wait. Maybe a parallel word.
Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. It looks like it was used to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is that...
Do you know what this is?
They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze into it and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy.
So it's a crystal ball. I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? They should all still be in the gym, I better go for sure. Yeah. I mean... So... The gate was locked, though. The gate... I can see the evidence on the floor they tried to burn. This is gonna sound really fucking stupid. But the gate was locked. And only Hifumi had the key. We already know that Leon is the killer. Leon... I feel so fucking stupid saying this. Leon's the ultimate baseball kid, right? If he didn't have the key, he just threw this bloody shirt into the incinerator and then threw the glass ball through the gate, didn't he? So that he could hit the switch. Which would be impressive, but also, like, so you chucked it like 20 feet across a room through a tiny opening in a grate. But he fucking hit it, it looks like. Impressive. Also, there's no way you could have missed, like, that big of a piece of the shirt if you had, like, been able to put it in yourself. You have to have, like, been unable to correct that. This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. Oh, my God. My man hawked a crystal ball 30 feet through the gate. Ah, and it's on right now. Yeah, so he couldn't turn it off either. He did, didn't he? He did throw it through the gate. Did you see the green and yellow button next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a fairy?
It was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi, do you realize what you just said?
The fairy?
No, you said the last time you were here the incinerator was off.
Yes, about that there can be no mistake. If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on them. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate, it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on, and yet...
So that means someone was able to get the switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. How is that possible? I've already figured it out, but it sounds fucking stupid. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something. Yes, I wonder what it could possibly be.
A burnt piece, like a hunk of burning love.
No. Anyway, this is... It looks like a piece of cloth, and the shape is part of a sleeve from a button-up shirt. Now that I look at it, there's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. Are there? Most of them don't really strike me as the button-up kind. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Well, it's a good thing Leon's name is fucking written on the wall, isn't it?
This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. What does it all mean, Mr. Neji? Will you be confessing soon?
Why me?
Everyone knows you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one.
It sounds like he's living out one of his comic book fantasies. Alright, anything else? Alright, well, I guess we'll talk to you before I leave.
Mr. Neji, you seem a little down.
Really?
If you need any help lifting your spirits, call on me anytime. I've got all kinds of smart, stuff that might help cheer you up.
Good talk, team. Alright, so we gotta go talk to... Hagakure. Just want to check in here. Can't imagine this is gonna have anything on it, but... Fish tank, bunch of little fish. Can't imagine how they could have anything to do with that, with the case. But they did have some money. And let's not even entertain trying to go into the girls' room. There's no way it'll let me. Oh yeah, we gotta check if the knife is gone from the kitchen as well. It looked like a kitchen knife, and there was a set of knives on the wall in here. Hey, how you doing? Are you investigating the dining hall? Oh no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. This is all the first time for me, you know. I don't have a clue about what I should be doing. I know what you mean. You might be slow, but I've cracked the whole fucking mystery. And I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps keep me calm. So I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kinda hanging around. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. Wait, do you mean to say you were in the dining hall when Sayaka was killed? Oh, the knife's gone. She didn't even take the biggest knife? What the fuck? There were all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small. It looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or... No, it wasn't. I better see if anyone knows more about it. Ah, wait. Did you see Sayaka come in here last night? Because, I need to confirm this Sayaka theory. Did you see her come through here? Did you notice one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange. A knife just suddenly disappearing. So it wasn't missing from the beginning.
That's right.
Nope, last I remember they were all lined up in a nice neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared?
Well,
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. Who came in between those 2 points? So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea? Yeah. You were right in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone that I didn't come to the... But who did come here? Ask more questions, Makoto, please. That means somebody has to have come in to take it. Ask who came in. By the way, did you really kill Sayaka? Of course not. I would never. Do you really think I would have murdered her?
I mean,
She was in your room, right? So I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, 2 people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, who... I don't give a shit. Who came in while you were drinking your tea? They're the ones that took the knife. Please ask who came in. Oh my god. Makoto's just like, she can confirm I didn't take the knife. Yes, and she can confirm who did take the knife. Oh my god. Fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not like that has the potential to crack the case right there or anything. Because either it's Leon or it's Sayaka that did it. Though right now I'm definitely leaning to Sayaka. Alright, let's examine the DVD, yeah? I should be able to use this, yeah. This is definitely, like, not going to be helpful for the case, but... An image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there, along with her friends. She said with the friends she said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life, and she's fucking dead now. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then the voice I had come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Mizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went dark, and in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. I killed all of your bandmates. What the? Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. And that's when I noticed even more than that, was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Without warning, the video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? An interdimensional bear. Who else? Alright. As expected, that was not helpful.
Listen to me.
Do you have a second, Makoto? I've uncovered something most unusual. The door to everyone's dorm has a nameplate, yes.
You hear me?
Well, it just so happens... No, you might be a killer yourself. I can't tell you anything. Forget everything I just said. Forget Beam. Sorry, just a little joke. Even I do jokes sometimes. Ha 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 ha. Good talk. Anybody in here? What you doing in here, Celeste? So, do you have any clues or anything? What kind of clues? Let's just agree we do not know who the culprit is and leave it at that. It's Leon. Whatever secrets I may have, I don't intend on revealing anything until the class trial. Okay, then, do you have any suggestions for where I should start looking?
Well,
So annoying. Must you fumble around fishing blindly for clues? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give you a little hint. The scene of the crime, naturally, but I think the trash room, well, how about that? We've already been there.
as
Which
for
is,
me,
that place is filthy. I would rather die than set foot in there. I am trusting all of you to conduct a thorough investigation on my behalf. Fair enough. Just so happens it's already been done. Anybody in this bathroom? Okay. Let's ask my man. Hagakure was his last name. What the fuck was the guy's first name? Junko still in here? Nice, nice. You've all just been sat around the body, huh? It's a little weird. Hey, Hiro, can I ask you something? Yasuhiro, right. No, I gotta get out of here, I've had enough, gotta break free. Hiro, snap out of it. Makoto, what are you doing here, what? Hey, does this look familiar? Ah! That's my crystal ball. But it's all smashed, what the hell? I only bought it because a guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So how did it break? Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? That guy totally duped me. He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. Those are three really different people. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Let's just put that aside for now. You can say without a doubt this belonged to you. Yeah, it's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room? That means that anyone could have found it and taken it. Where's the laundry room? Thanks, Hiro. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from fortune-telling for 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million. $1 million? It's a pretty penny, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to... Pretty cheap, actually, considering it gives you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, hmm?
So I actually don't need to pursue that the fucking number thing. Because it's all bullshit.
It's time for the long-awaited class trial!
Let's fucking go!
Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Yeah. Man. It's definitely not numbers then. It's definite. I mean, I already know it's Leon. But man, they don't even make you follow through on that. I didn't actually speak to Chihiro. The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. That's where I have to go. You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. I came here with 2 people, logically, but you know. I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the trial. There, we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. No assumptions, though. So they really are convinced I did it, but... This is exceedingly easy to prove it wasn't us. I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then who is the killer? It's Leon. The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us? Yes, it's that one over there in the corner.
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Let's go. I guess we have no choice but to get this on this elevator. Let us begin.
Yes.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? You little bitch, huh? You little pussy? No, scared isn't quite right. I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I've already done it, don't worry, Makoto. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. If only you had the most basic of logical reasoning skills. Like, I'm pretty stupid, but I was able to figure it out pretty quickly. I'm really confident in this one. I'm more confident with this one than I was in any of the Ace Attorney cases. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped in. The door was closed and the elevator started to move. Like, I'm ready to die on this hill right now. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
oh,
Rather than that, is it not like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school.
What do you think? Doesn't it feel like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Not even close, it's total shit.
Well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up.
We did what he said and found our seats. Oh, that's nice little pictures for the people that are dead. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. There's also no seats. It was set up so everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Deadly's lost all meaning. I'd love to save the game, thank you for asking. Finally, the skills. Amazing. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed, effective during the bullet time battle. What the fuck does that mean? Oh, I'll add it. That's it. We have one skill. And I don't even really know what it does. Because I don't know. I don't know what the bullet time battle is yet. That's okay. Alright, let's go.